Hello everybody. Today we are going to start with the AWK scripting. What is meant by AWK? All of we know the terminology filter. In a shell scripting or while learning the basic commands or advanced commands, we had came across the filters. So head, tail, cut, sort, these are the different types of the filters which are used to filter some output whenever we want to extract some fields or some characters or some rows, then we are using the concept of the filters. So we can say awk, it is a kind of the filter. When we can make the use of this awk and how we can use the awk scripting. Generally, awk performs the different operations to scan the contents of the file line by line, or where the line can be split into the different fields, or whenever we want to compare the input line or the fields with specific pattern. How we have a grep kind of command which is used to search a pattern within a given file. In the same manner, in the same fashion, the awk can also be used. It performs the actions on the match lines. Whenever we have given any particular pattern, then what action we want to perform on that particular line can be get done by using the awk. So awk is used for transformation of the data files also, or whenever we want to produce the different kinds of the reports. For example, now, if we want to generate the report for the employee, we have given the employee's database, what is his salary, what is his DA, HRA, and then accordingly we want to calculate the gross salary. Or suppose we have given the student database, roll number of the students, name of the students, and marks of the three subjects. And from the given data, then we want to calculate the total percentage, and from the percentage, then we want to assign the class as a first class, distinction, second class, or the fail. Then it would be possible to perform those operations by using the awk scripting. Awk scripting have the programming constructs where we can format the output lines, we can perform the arithmetic operations or the string operations, or we can make the use of the conditional statements or the loops. The syntaxes which are available in a C programming language for any arithmetic operation, to perform the string operation, or to display the output on the console, or to do the different make the use of different control structure, then whatever the syntaxes are in the C programming, same are applicable in case of the awk programming. So the purpose of awk is a programming language filter that handles the text as easily as the numbers. This makes the awk one of the most powerful of the Unix utilities. Awk processes the fields, whereas sed only processes the lines. How we do have the awk filter? Likewise, we do have sed filter also. So awk works on the field wise, whereas sed cannot perform the operations on field. We have seen the grep command. In grep command, we have seen whenever we want to search any particular pattern, then in that case, the entire line will be get displayed. We cannot extract particular fields for the given pattern. So it would be possible by using the awk statement. New awk or the NAWK, it is the new standard for the awk which is designed to facilitate large awk programs, whereas GAWK, it is a free NAWK clone from the GNU. Or whenever we want to make the use of this awk, we can get the input from either files or through the input redirection and the pipes, or we can get the input directly from the standard input also. So how the awk command works? So on the command prompt, we have to enter the keyword awk. Then we have to specify the option. So we know option are case sensitive. So we can use the capital F or the lowercase f option. So capital F is used to specify the field separator which is given in our input file, whereas lowercase f is used as an input to specify the file name in which the script is written. Then the third is the script. Script is nothing but what? The script can be written, or the task that we want to perform can be written in a separate file. So that script name. And the last, files. This is nothing but what? In the input file on which we want to perform the task, or it is a kind of the data file. So in awk, we can have to provide the script. The input can be given through the separate file or that can be given through the keyboard also, and then we will get the result on the console. So how the awk script can be used, some syntaxes we have seen here. Awk, then we have to specify the options, then we have to specify the name of the script, or the script can be written directly on a command prompt also, and then the input file. So whenever we are saying the script or the script file, then what can be written in that? So the script can be written in a separate file or that can be written on a command prompt also. So that script has to be written in a single quotation. And what it consists of? The script consists of the patterns and the actions. What pattern we want to search in the given file, and then if pattern found, then what action we want to take. So that has to be specified within a single quotation. If the pattern is missing, then the action will be applied to all the files. Whereas if the action is not specified, in that case the match line will be get printed. So in this case, must have either pattern or the action. For example, now here we have taken one example, AWK, and as a script within a single quotation we have written the pattern that we want to search. So pattern is written or it is enclosed within the forward slash, whereas the action part which has to be enclosed in a curly braces, it is not mentioned over here, and the file on which we want to perform the operation, it is a test file. So if we see here, it will print all the lines which contains the keyword for. So whenever we are using the awk scripting, what are the basic terminologies that we should know? So first is the field, record, and the field separator. These are the terminologies that we are going to use for the input file. Whatever the input file we are going to use, it consists of the different records. The records are separated from each other by a new line character. Each record consists of the different fields. So to separate the fields or to distinguish the fields, we have to use some symbol as a field separator. For example, if we see here, we have one example, one database file in which some records we have written. So file contains the 10 records, each record having 4 fields. So we can say 4 fields are there. The first field is the first name, second field is the last name, third field is the pay rate, and fourth field is the hours. So the fields has to be separated from each other by using some symbol, that is nothing but a field separator. We can use pipe symbol, space, or the any symbol whichever we want to use. Whenever we are saying awk, we are using the two types of the buffer. So in a previous example we said we do have the records and record contains the fields. So what are the different records we do have? The entire record is treated as an inbuilt variable, and that is nothing but what in the $0. And within a record we do have the multiple fields. So first name, last name, pay rate, and hours. So these fields are assigned a default name as in a $1, $2, $3, $4. So the field buffers are nothing but the $1, $2, $3, and record buffer is nothing but the $0. So whenever we are saying awk, we are going to come across some system variables also. So system variables are always written in the capital letters. So we will have some examples. First is the fs, which acts as a field separator. So as I said, we can use any symbol as a field separator. The second one is the rs as a record separator. So by default, new line character is the record separator. Then the nf, it indicates the number of the fields in the current record. So in our previous example, we do have the 4 records. Then nr, which indicates the number of the current records. So if you are on a 4th line, so it will say the current record is in a 4. Then the OFS stands for the output field separator, which is by default space. So while displaying the output on a console, what kind of field separator we want to use, that can be specified by using the OFS variable. ORS, it is the output record separator. So by default, new line character is the output record separator. Then $n, it means that particular field. If I say $1, field 1, $3, third field. $0 means the entire line. $NF, it specifies the last field of the current record, whereas file name specifies the current file name. So here we will have one example how the data can be get displayed on a console, or what is meant by the pattern and the action. So here we have one file name as an EMPS, which contains the data as an employee name, employee number, date of birth, and suppose salary. So on a command prompt, we have written AWK followed by the script. The script is written in a single quotation mark. In single quotation mark, just we have specified the action part. The pattern is not mentioned, followed by the name of the file on which we want to perform the operation. So as we have not specified the pattern, so what the system will do? It will print all the lines. Okay. So within our action, we have said print NR. So NR stands for the record number. So for every individual record, it is going to assign the number, comma $0. $0 means the entire record. We want to display the entire record. So if we see here, we will get the output as what then the contents of the file in a similar manner, but every record is preceded with the record number, and this is happening due to the value of the NR. Likewise, the same in our next example, if we see here, now instead of $0, we have written separate fields which are separated from each other by the comma, $1, $2, and $4. So whatever the output we are getting, where it is displaying the record number, value of the first field, value of the second field, and value of the fourth field. Now in this example, we have used the field separator as a colon symbol. In earlier case, we haven't used any kind of the field separator. By default, it was a space. Now in this case, as we have used the colon symbol as a field separator, so while writing the command, we have used capital F option followed by the field separator as a colon, and within a single quotation, we have specified the pattern, and pattern should be always enclosed within the forward slash, and action has to be written within a curly braces. So we said here, we want to search the pattern Johns, and for that pattern, we want to display only the first field and the second field. So accordingly, it is displaying Tom Jones, and the value of the second field is the 4424. So this is all about the how the awk statements can be used on a command prompt to perform the different operations. If the script we are writing on a command prompt, and if it is very complex one, then at that time, instead of writing the script on a command prompt, the script can be written in a separate file also. So in the next lecture, we'll see how the script can be written in a separate file, and that can be passed as an argument to the given awk filter. Thank you.